Even Stephon Diggs admitted to blinking.
I feel like we might be blinking a little bit.
Hey Bills Mafia, welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. Today's video, we got to discuss the Buffalo Bills issues. Some people are jumping ship, 6-3, third in the AFC East. It's not looking good for the Buffalo Bills, 0-2 in the AFC East. But guess what? We have everything laid out in front of us to take care of business. And I think the Buffalo Bills are blinking, and that's definitely my first point, the first of three concerns here that I have, major concerns for the Bills, is that the Buffalo Bills are blinking after last year in 13 seconds. Even this year in the Baltimore Ravens game, right? All the close games that we've had, the humbling experiences versus Miami. And I know sometimes some excuses come up and we blame it on the Miami Heat and that we would have won that game. But the way we're playing right now, facts are the Miami Dolphins would have beaten us regardless of the Heat. Now, the other problem here is just the complacency that I see from everyone on this team. And I think we had so much talent on this team. It's easy for each and every single individual on this team to think like we're going to be good enough, we're fine. But, you know, these moments don't come very often. And Von Miller and everyone, the whole don't blink attitude, it is not working right now. And I like the Chiefs, what they said, live in the moment. Why is it we let these teams come back against us late in games? And I'm really thinking the Buffalo Bills are blinking. Like, I don't know if you want to call it blinking. It's just that killer mentality. And I really think the Buffalo Bills, like, we're such good, nice players. But at the end of the day, you got to squash. You got to squash your opponent. And you just have to have that killer mentality from start to finish. And even the Buffalo Bills Twitter announced that the Bills won the game. Everyone thought we were going to win the game. I thought we were going to win the game. But the fact of the matter is, as players, you need to stay sharp. You need to stay keen and focused on victory. This is a new day and age in the NFL, and we don't know what's fully really possible with new passing rules helping the offenses. We're seeing it year after year. These miracle-type games are coming more and more often. So we need to believe, like, hey, look, technically in years past, it's not typical of a 14-point comeback, but now we're seeing it. Like, we're blinking. We need to believe it's possible. A 21-point comeback is possible. Like, we need to just go for that kill at the end of games and squash opponents. Now, I've heard Ken Dorsey leaves a lot of discretion to the wide receivers, discussing things on the field, saying who's going to get what or what player is going to run what route, but I think that ultimately helps the offense, and I don't think that's part of our deficiencies. What's stopping this Buffalo Bills offense right now, schematically, our teams double-teaming Diggs, taking away our number one option, and then putting their best cornerback on Gabe Davis. So it really leaves the Bills with a third option. When you shut down Stephon Diggs, our number two was hopefully going to be Gabe Davis, but if they have a cornerback good enough to shut down Gabe Davis, we have to find our third option, which we really haven't had. Jamison Crowder went down with an injury. Isaiah McKenzie got concussed, right? He was out for a little bit. And now we bring in Nyheim Hines, who I think ultimately has the best chance at being that third option. I think the easiest third option would have been to establish the run. That's one thing that's been there all season long. Devin Singletary, all training camp. James Cook, all training camp. This offensive line had a little bit of shuffling, but we've been working on this run game, and that could have been a perfect third option or second option to Stephon Diggs during this season, but we've really struggled to do so. And then at the times that we have done well, especially last week against the Vikings, we stopped running the ball late in the game and we continued to pass. And defensively, I don't think the Buffalo Bills are really blinking at all. It's really been a factor of injuries, players being in positions that they've never played before. Bills fans need to understand the extreme loss that we have, not having Jordan Poyer out there, not having Micah Hyde out there, Trey White not out there, Matt Milano was out, Tremaine Edmonds dealing with injuries. This has just been a nightmare season with injuries. And Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier potentially blinking on Trey White. What is the holdup on Trey White? Is it Trey White? I don't know. I believe Trey White wants to go. It could very well be Sean McDermott, could be Leslie Frazier, Brandon Beane, could be the health doctors. You know, who's holding Trey White back at this point? He would have been perfect against the Vikings. But you know what? I think long-term longevity is definitely important. Maybe the Bills are purposely holding out Trey White to help progress Christian Benford, to help progress Dane Jackson, Kyer Elam, who is also injured. By play or penalty, the Vikings converted the following plays against the Bills: a 3rd and 11, a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 12, 4th and 6, 4th and 18, and a 3rd and 10. From what I saw against the Vikings, even when the Bills blitzed, the pressure still did not get to Kirk Cousins, and it put so much pressure on Christian Benford, Dane Jackson, covering Justin Jefferson, putting them on an island against potentially one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And I think if our pass rush can't even get to the quarterback with a blitz, that's definitely concerning. We were getting to our quarterbacks with just the front four. The Vikings have a great offensive line and really did a great job against the Bills defense. Where else do you think the Buffalo Bills are blinking? Drop me a comment down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for future videos, long form, short form, going live during the week, during games. I will check you guys soon. Go Bills. Peace.